Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Noita, where before we get into today's adventure, I want to take a moment and look at some of the footage from yesterday. I went back and looked at this because I was curious if I could pinpoint the source of that weird draft of Midas thing that happened, where all of the gold was being generated, and when I took a quick look at it, I was pretty surprised by what I saw. So let me show you here. So this right here is where it happens. You can see we killed this ghoul. We grab the gold that he dropped. Now watch the ghoul. Right there. The water touches the body, and all of a sudden, a bunch of stuff converts to gold. And you can see that that sparkly little thing on the surface there that I assume is the draft. Right, you can see like these pixels are like flickering different shades of yellow. And it takes a while for me to actually interact with it. Like, we come down here and we grab this stuff. But, like, you can see it just sitting up there, and it's turned up quite a bit of stuff to gold already. And then when we get up there and touch it, for some reason that causes it to spread around. Yep, and this is where I notice, it's like, hey, all of the rock is transmuting into gold? What's happening right now? So, let's wind that back a second. This is like the critical moment, right? Let's really make note of what happened here. So we killed the ghoul. At that moment, what we have is a dead ghoul body and some water and some blood, right? I think these green pixels here, I'm pretty sure are like grass. I don't think they're slime. Because we just came down from the surface. Nothing else has happened here yet. Wait a minute. What was that blue? There's like a blue, oh, that's too far. There's like a blue pixel on top of the water. It's entirely possible that whatever happened here is not going to be recreatable. Like, it might just be that when a monster dies, it has a very small chance to drop some of it, and that's what happened here. This is like a really rare occurrence. But, yeah, look at that. There's something on the surface of the water that doesn't look like water. I don't know what that is. But that gets pushed along. Right, it's not just like the way the game is rendering the water, because we don't see any other pixels that color anywhere. And it's right here. It's still on the edge of the water as it's pushing forward. And it's the moment the bright blue pixel touches that it turns into something. So what is that? Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, VLC has a go one frame forward feature, but it does not have a go one frame backward feature. So we can't rewind in the way that I would like here. It's already right there. We can already see it. So it was here when we got here. Whatever it is. That's very curious indeed. So dark blue, like a bluer liquid, a more saturated sort of blue. It's certainly not whatever's in this potion. And maybe it's just water, maybe I'm wrong and it is just a weirdly rendered pixel of water, but there's so much water here. You would think if that were the case, there would be at least one more pixel of that color visible. So something happened. Whatever that was touched the ghoul's body and became the draft of Midas, I guess? This is very curious indeed. Hold on. We're gonna go back. Let's take a moment here and see if we can't figure out what that blue was. And then I promise you, we'll get to the thing where I get et by a ghoul or something. Okay, so we have some liquid pouring down from here, and it's hard to tell exactly what's going on there, but it looks like it's all just water. I don't see the dark blue yet. We're just gonna frame by frame this. Oh, I saw it there for a second. So yeah, it looks like whatever it was here before we got here. Because, like, it could not possibly be the case that water touched that ghoul body and that made a thing happen. Because we have definitely seen ghoul bodies get touched by water on a number of occasions. But yeah, you can clearly see it blinks out of existence for like a couple frames here and there, but whatever it is floating on the surface of this water. This is very odd. Very, very odd. Alright, I think probably we ought to click the wrong button there. There we go. Probably we ought to just go ahead and get back to it. But that is very curious. You know what else is very curious? This musical sting. Alright, so we got some energy spheres, which I like, generally. I think this is one of the better ones. We got a blood potion, we got some bombs. I wonder if maybe that's a thing that, like... I wonder how much the fact that we have now won a game has to do with that happening. You know, it could be a coincidence that we didn't see anything like that occur until after we had won the game by completing the work that turns everything to gold. But it doesn't seem impossible that having completed the work had some, like, longer-term changes, right? I don't know, that makes sense to me. So who knows? I'm trying to think, what is that color of blue? There's definitely a potion that is that color of blue. I mean, there's concentrated mana's pretty blue. I don't know. We're gonna keep an eye out. So when a ghoul is dead, it's just classified as meat. It's not rotting meat. It doesn't have any special marker to indicate that it was once a ghoul. It's just meat. I do think this is my favorite of the potential starting projectiles. I like this one quite a lot. Alright. You know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's just kick a lantern down into here or something. Can't even climb a sloped surface when I'm covered in oil. Damn it. Well, that didn't go. Okay. Solid work, me. Really, really good start. Come on, piece of falling debris. How about one of these? Almost. Well, I mean, the fire's gonna spread in that general direction. We'll come back and check on that in a moment. Actually, it looks like maybe we're locked in over here. Because, like, I hope that it's obvious the utility that figuring this out could have. If there's a way for us to turn meat not just into gold, but into a substance that turns other things like stone into gold, that'd be a real neat thing to have access to, right? A cool thing to learn how to brew for ourselves. Alright, I may have to accept that we're just gonna have to do this the ugly way. I really wanted to just burn it out, though. Alright, this is... Okay, that's a big bottle of lava. I mean, it has utility, right? We're gonna obviously burn this oil, even though there is now no more reason to do it, just because I think it looks cool when it happens. There you go. So wait, can I refill this blood by being near the blood here? I wish that it showed you the percentage of fullness when you just mouse over like this. So it was at 95%, it's still at 95%. I'm pretty sure, I guess we'd probably have to be more submerged, right? Okay, it's still meat. I noticed that it was starting to change shape and stuff. I was like, maybe it rotted. Maybe that's why it's doing that. But no, it's just weird physics. You know, everything in Noita is so detailed. This stuff is gonna get a little weird. Yeah, I really hope that we've begun to discover something. Because I sure could use a functionally infinite supply of gold on most runs. Damn. Alright, we can do it this way. That is kind of neat. It is kind of neat to just have a bottle full of fire that you can shoot wherever you want. And, you know, it's probably pretty viable as a weapon. A lot of enemies are not necessarily going to love being coated in lava. Alright, what do you got for me? You got... Oh, the Giga Disc. Alright, well, it's a gigadisk that produces light, but also, if I remember correctly, what happened last time we used a gigadisk was that it flew out about 4 feet and then came back and cut my stupid ass in half. So, hopefully you will understand the reluctance that I am about to display toward its use. Things are exploding, so we're just going to change directions immediately. I don't know what's going on, but I know it's not good. Noita is a game where there is always some seriously menacing shit going on. Always and everywhere. You know, some of this is not my fault. Some of these fires are unrelated to the fires that I started. Okay, well, obviously I would like that. Can I please have all of this gold? Thank you. The bomb is not going to cut through the metal, right? But an energy sphere will. We know that energy orb can do this job. Obviously, we have a little bit of trouble getting through the rock. I guess let's use a bomb here in the hopes of creating a situation where we can just... Nope, never mind, never mind. We sure created a situation. No two ways about that. Grab that. Well. Gotta be real careful here, because this dude is going to light up the sky when he comes over here. Okay, oh. Also, do not... Damn it. Do not fight the devil from directly below him, because he will just bleed acid all over your face. Or, lava, rather. So this is going swimmingly so far. Alright. He is slain. Unfortunately, we are unlikely to benefit very much from the slaying. Except, I guess, in the sense that I'm not going to be chased by the devil anymore. Also, I cleverly disabled that trap while cutting into the room in a way that's obviously very intentional. That's the thing about Noita, is, oh god. Ow. Everything I do is always so incredibly intentional. I think we are going to find that, we don't want to try to do the dark cave here. Well, I guess, again, if we can actually get in a position where we can run the darkness out, or run the water out, we could just refill our health right there. Yeah, maybe we'll be okay. So that's Berserkium. I mean, it's a bottle, at the very least. We could put a fairy in it or something. Boy, wouldn't that make the game a little bit more, a little bit easier. A little bit more easier. How does English work? How does anyone even speak this damn language? Frankly, it is sort of a monster. It's lexically, it's a real nightmare. It is the Jack the Ripper of languages. Follows other languages into dark alleys and knocks them out and then rifles through their pockets for spare grammar. Well, okay, that's a place we're not going. That, on the other hand, looks like a place that we must go. Why is there so much garbage terrain everywhere? Why's everything got to be difficult, you know? I'm still trying to, I'm still racking my brain here. We have certainly seen a blue potion. A potion that I think is the color of blue that we're talking about here. But I cannot think of what it was. Alright, I would really prefer not to use a bomb to unearth that. Because it's likely to take 2 bombs to dig the water out of the tunnel going to Alchemist Town. So let's see if we can't bring some explosives. Actually, this might be in a good position to just allow us to drop stuff through. Yeah, that'll totally work. Oh, except that's going to be a problem. Shoot. Well, we can drop stuff down from above after the fire runs out. Not, not 100% ideal. Alright, that's polymorphine. I kind of want that polymorphine, actually. I think I'd much rather have that than berserkium. So let's come down here. Let's get ourselves a little bit fireproofed. So, I don't know. Put this over here. Get out of my inventory. Alright, and now we find a way to get this down there safely. That's unfortunate. My experience thus far with kicking things, I'm starting to refine my control of the kick a little bit, I think. That is worm pheromones. Honestly, I could see some value in having some worm pheromones with us. I kind of think that's true of all of the liquids that we have on us, though. Maybe less the acceleration. Whatever, it's fine. We'll keep it. What I think I'm learning about the kick is that you can aim the distance of the kick with the height of the cursor when you perform the kick. So I feel like I'm getting slightly better control over where we knock our explosives. Ah, wait. Teleportation. Yo, this could totally be the right stuff, right? I think the acceleration is maybe the least likely to be valuable of the things we have. So, okay, if we... Are you meat? Do you count as meat? You do. If we put a little bit of unstable teleportation on some meat, what happens? No, nothing. Does there also have to be water? Maybe this isn't... I mean, it's entirely possible this isn't the substance at all. It does look like it's too light of a blue. Maybe non-unstable teleportation is what we need. But, like, why would there have been a single pixel of teleportation in that pool? I don't know. I guess we could just go down here and blow this up and hope that the explosion reaches high enough, but I don't think it's going to. I mean, obviously, that's why I didn't start with this. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Although, honestly, the fire is eating into the rock more than I was expecting. I don't think there's any realistic way of us getting this over to here without dunking myself entirely in toxic sludge. Oh, shh. Don't step in the teleportation. That's a bad idea. Alright, let's just add some liquid to that. And then I think we're going to just have to spend a bomb. I don't like it, but I think that it is in fact necessary. I have done a bad job here. Alright. Here's hoping that whatever we get out of this wand is worth the loss of the bomb. I have become a flower. I can neither move nor jump. I can shoot projectiles. There we go. Uh-oh. Apparently I put down roots a little bit. And it's just energy spheres. That's it. That's all that was in there. It is a better energy sphere wand than we currently have, though. Shuffle, even including the shuffle. Like, look at that. And we can do that for quite some time. Wow, the polymorphine has been unkind. I don't know what that guy was before, but it's definitely less dangerous than that thing. Yo! Yo! What the fuck? Okay, running away. Maximum fleeing. Set fleeing to maximum. Alright, well, the good news is we're getting a whole lot of money. But I don't know how we survive to spend it. At 32 health, we probably ought to just be, if we're planning on doing the darkness, we should probably just head in that direction. And I don't necessarily think we have the explosives to make it possible for us to traverse the tunnel. But we can try. Maybe we'll find some explosives nearby. We'll be able to roll some stuff into the cavern or to use it to destroy the outside wall or something. Wait a minute, is that a chest? That is a chest. Alright, show me something real cool. Why, it's concentrated mana. I mean, we can try it. If the fire doesn't break it, that fire should burn out soon, because there's nothing down there that's flammable. We could try spraying some concentrated mana on some meat and see if that does the thing. I think it looks like this is too light of a blue as well, though. It's like a deeper blue. So if we're going to drop... I mean, we don't really need the teleportation, then. Okay, didn't even break. I was ready in case we got caught on fire. Nope, definitely nothing. Well, now I'm coated in mana. I mean, it couldn't be as straightforward as... It could not be as straightforward as teleportation touches meat, though, right? We definitely would have seen that effect before. I mean, here's the problem with that. I miss stuff. That happens. So I'm not confident that we haven't seen it before. It totally could be a thing that has happened on screen that I just did not notice with my human eyes, on account of I'm also, you know, paying attention to all the stuff that you have to be paying attention to actually play the game and navigate the spaces and whatnot. So I don't know. It's a shame that I never moused over that pixel of whatever it was. Oh, I'm pretty cross about that one. I do feel like I dodged successfully, and then we got caught by a dumb bounce. Come on, there we go. Carve the ground away. It's not working. Yeah, and I can't crouch and jam myself through. Alright, well, we may have to go out and around. And that may involve an explosion. Can you hear the sadness in my voice? Oh no, I might have to blow stuff up in a way that's totally sweet and wicked. Alright, yep, I think that is the case. We're just gonna have to blow up those barrels. Have to, Strong. I'm going to blow up those barrels. Wow. That was over 30 damage. There in effectively one projectile. I mean, I know it was two projectiles, but they hit us within the same like quarter second. That's a lot of damage. Phooey. That's what I have to say to that. So 10 is Magic Missile, and we got the Spitter Bolt this time. The Spitter Bolt's also fine. And then is this... It's Chaotic Polymorphine. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep looking for opportunities to spray meat, or to spray blue stuff on meat and see... I really, really wish I knew what that was in the water. What am I doing? I'm backing up, like I don't want to be like near him with the explosives, but it's the explosives I don't want to be near. If he were to leap at us and I were to panic and fire in self-defense, explosives are exactly the thing I do not want to be close to. I should probably have played with the Gigadisc more. I was sort of like playing from a position of wanting to preserve our run, but honestly, we should be trying to make cool stuff happen. We should be getting more familiar with the spells that we haven't used a lot. Winning any particular game is not about winning that instance of the game. It is about gaining information, because information is going to help us win a potentially unbounded number of future games, right? If we're really trying to maximize the win effectiveness of our time. Man, you know what would be neat is some wands. I'm stuck. Also, it would be totally sick if there wasn't a piece of ground there that just randomly reaches up and grabs my foot. Oh. So we're already doing kind of embarrassingly badly on health. If we don't find some pretty great stuff here to make up the difference, this is just going to be a real bad run. Again, just getting stuck. There are a weird number of places in Noita where you just you get jammed in there and you can't move anymore. Sometimes you can wiggle backwards and just get back out to where you came from, but not even always. Plenty of times where that doesn't work. It's weird that there's this same water shape again, but this time there's no things in it. Oh, please just fall in. Okay, problem solved. It is wild, though, that he doesn't seem to drop double gold when that happens, because that's exactly the thing, right? He tripped and fell into a lethal thing. That's like the definition of an accidental death. Yeah, I do like this this starting wand quite a lot. This is a strong one. I wonder if the blue dot of fluid was like a mixture. I wonder if it's made of a couple of pieces. Maybe we mix something else with water to get that blue. And then, you know? Unfortunately, I don't know what there would have been in that area such that a single bit of it could get, like a single pixel of it could get mixed into the water. So it looks like the thing that was on this this pedestal is a runestone. It's still like right there. Unfortunately, I cannot tell what kind of runestone on account of I don't know how to do that. Cool, well this is just an incredibly friendly environment. Also, it really feels like the oil all burned out super quickly, except for this last tiny little, like, not even so large as to be perceptible amount. And this amount is just going to last forever. It's like the story of Passover down here. Not that's not the... You know what I mean. You get the joke. Okay, that's another runestone of emptiness. We don't actually have a thing... There we go, that'll do. SB revealing that he doesn't actually know anything about... There's the story, right? The Hebrew story about the you know, the Hanukkah. The Hanukkah is the one. That's the one. Listen, ask me anything about world religions. Unfortunately, a field that I am deeply ignorant of. My grandmother would be outraged. Alright, let's... I gotta tell you, I'm real annoyed about that. That tiny, tiny little bit of fire immediately catching me, even though like, my clothes have been damp very recently. They dry out with remarkable speed. Ooh, there is a little chamber in there, huh? Unfortunately, I can't see whether it would be worth digging into it. But we have the magic missile. The magic missile is pretty good for this sort of thing. I guess, you know what we still don't really know is what the Runestone of Emptiness actually does. Let's run some tests. So last time, it sort of seemed like it was, affecting the water levels, right? No, it creates some weird distortion in the water when it drops in, but nothing beyond that. Yeah, like moving it around makes it look like the water makes it look like there are holes in the water, but clearly no such thing. It also doesn't stop us from casting within it, as we saw there. So, yeah, I don't know. What could emptiness mean? It didn't affect our spell charges, like in our wands. It didn't seem to affect our mana. Right, because I could still cast. Maybe it affects your regen rate? We can test that. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So each purple wave that comes off of it deletes magical projectiles. That's what it is. Interesting. So you can kind of still fire within the space of it. Every once in a while, something fired away from it will make a significant amount of travel. Okay, that's potentially valuable. It's an interesting defensive option if you have the wherewithal to remember to use it. So 9 magic missiles should make it quite easy to drain enough water out of the tunnels to be able to get over to the darkness. Or through the darkness. So really what we're looking for here is just some light and ideally some weaponry, right? Okay, looks like we can get over there from up top. You know what? I might just... That's a shame. Alright, seven magic missiles. Still totally enough for what we're doing. Probably. Likely to be enough for what we're doing. Well, he just lavaed all over the place. Hold on, there's not even any lava down here, it's just blood. Boy, I hate that. Can we... And we know that nowhere else around here connects, though. If we go back out there, we're just going to be on the outside of this area. Alright, just stay high. Just stay high. Okay. Easy, everything's fine. I don't know why I'm even so worried about the gold. It's not like we're going to have a chance to spend it. So we just need any source of light. And honestly, like... we definitely should not be on fire right now. Like, there was nothing to catch fire from. The game sometimes is just like, what if you were suffering? Have you considered suffering? What I was gonna say is, it sure would be cool to get any wands at all, actually. Huh. Weird. Like, I like our first combat wand here, but that doesn't mean I want to use it for the entirety of the game. What? How is that? There we go. Oh. That hole is not quite going to be big enough. Well, I guess we'll go around. Right, we can drop down here. So 25 health left. And if we can just get some light, we know exactly how to refill it. I really wish, like, something is definitely wrong with whatever code is intended to remove the end of a fire. Because, like, we see this thing happen a lot, where a fire is burning on a surface, and then it runs out of fuel, and then it just burns. It burns eternally. There's no way to get a fire to actually die out. Tiny little eternal flames guttering forever in the wind. Aw. I had hoped that that was just going to drop on that guy. And bludgeon him to death from above. There we go. If at first you don't succeed. Okay, that is a dead frog. An ex-frog, if you will. So, this sucks. Having not found a single wand throughout the entirety of this first area, we are, of course, unable to see what is going on. And boy, I sure would like to. Well, that's a shame. Because obviously I want to connect to somewhere pretty deep on this wall. And we're not going to be able to just, like, guess, right? We're not going to be able to feel it out. And unfortunately, there is no way to drain the, there's no way to drain the darkness out. I hate that this thing takes, like, a full second and a half, maybe, to drain out. So, I was here, and the wand's tip was here, and I was pointed that way, and it blew up, as though the wand emerged from my face, as though the bolt emerged from my face, instead of the wand where it was supposed to have emerged from. That's a little annoying. Granted, we probably weren't going to be able to get in there anyway, but I wanted to see if we could drain it. We gotta get used to manipulating the water physics through those caverns, right? It seems pretty important. That said, even for continuing forward, I think that would have been a really, really weak start. You want to get a little bit luckier than that. No wands, no health, no nothing. Just garbage. Okay, magic missile. Happy to have it. And it looks like water potion. Okay. Man, that magic missile wand has some slots, huh? Well, I mean, I don't know that we need to be terribly fancy about this. Is there a thing I can... There we go. Well, that didn't work. Now this liquid's not flammable, right? Oh wait, let's put this... See, I do think, yeah, the height of the cursor when you do the kick totally makes a difference. There we go. That's a little bit of what I wanted. Unfortunately, it looks like it was just a potion in there. So I think the Berserkium is making us do double damage. I think we were hitting for base 6 there. Invisibilium? Invisibilium's kind of the right color. That's interesting. Also, I think the Berserkium might be making our, like, obviously it's putting a cool spell effect on our projectiles, which is neat. Let me try something here. Okay, Invisibilium on water does, or on meat does nothing. It's, like, very unsurprising, right? Okay, so we can't be invisible if we've got water on us. It looks almost like the right color, doesn't it? Try kicking the body through it. Huh. Well, I mean, the Invisibilium itself seems like it probably has pretty high value. If you can manage to keep yourself from getting stained, you could sneak through a lot of stuff. Might be a good way to actually traverse the alchemist area if you don't feel that you can fight them. Alright, come on, show me something cool. And by cool, of course, I mean dramatically overpowered. I do think the Invisibilium seems quite close in color to whatever it was that was floating in the water. But we tried mixing it with water and having it touch a body there. Like I totally kicked that guy's body through the mixture. If that was all it took, then we would have gotten it. So there's something going on here that we haven't quite grasped, but I do think we saw like an actual transmutation. And we will learn how to do this. Hey, you know who might know stuff about transmutation is a whole lot of alchemists. Not that I think they're gonna answer any of our questions or anything. Okay, a chest. Well, looks to me like we could probably get through for one... You know, we may as well use a bomb. A toxic sludge potion. I guess it's better to have the inventory slot full than not, but it's hard to imagine using or wanting to use a toxic sludge potion. I feel kind of bad every time we run into one of those little kill rooms. And look at that, I managed to not even get myself sludged. Although I am still taking a tremendous amount of damage from toxic gas. Well, boo. Okay, even more explosives. I like that. Obviously, I'd like some light a little bit more, but this has promise. And, like, we have lots of other things to explore still. Maybe I would be better off not trying to force this and instead, like, in runs where we don't have the tools necessary to just push forward and try to investigate other things in the hopes that we will get to it all eventually. But as you could probably tell, I have a great deal of interest in the parts of the game that we're looking at right now. And I really do think that on most runs, we should have a pretty significant chance of getting through that darkness area. It doesn't... The monsters just aren't that dangerous. Alright, if the devil wants to chase me down here, he is welcome to do so. Yeah. I'll do that. So that's a slimy egg, and that's a firestone. I wonder if the firestone provides light. Looks like we're gonna have to break our way in there, right? Were we up there? Maybe not. That said, we have so many explosives. I see no reason not to break our way in there. So let's drop... Concentrated mana seems like it could be good. Oh yeah, this thing. This thing is garbage. I would not necessarily trust a magical fire rock to provide light through a bunch of water, but I think we have more than enough explosives to deal with the water problem. And also, you know, the torch spell totally did, right? So, who knows? What is that? That is... I wasn't expecting... Okay, it's ambrosia. Ambrosia seems pretty useful, although obviously it's kind of annoying and tedious to use liquid in a potion bottle for buffs. Especially since drinking the ambrosia does not seem to confer the effect. Can we... Again, character just getting hung up on random pixels. Aha! Here we go. We can totally get over here. Oh, maybe not. Also, not being respectful enough to frogs. You always pay the price. I guess this is as good a place as any. Can I, maybe like make a little... There we go. Well, that didn't really work. I don't know that we're even going to take that. Wow, so this just doesn't go anywhere, huh? I really, really like the dynamite. Unfortunately, this is a total nightmare. It is extremely hard to get around anywhere here. That's very inconvenient, although obviously we have a solution. So how are we to make it all the way over to the wall? Because that's a dead end. I mean, we can burrow through upward. Frankly, okay, cool. Not only did the knockback from that shove us really, really far, but it also seemed to lock my controls for a minute. Alright, let's see something. Nope, this thing is not a magical torch. Okay, so we do not have the tools necessary to do that. I was kind of hoping that would make more of a dent in the metal than it did. I guess... And now we just sit here and wait for all of the fires to burn? Okay, this doesn't even go anywhere. Water is just not very good at fighting fires. You can completely submerge a fire, and it will just continue burning in Noita. Well, I think we were fairly thorough. I don't think we're gonna find a light wand. So I guess let's just move on. I really, really wish that I had... There's a little area over there. I guess we should check it, since we're about to refill all of our ones anyway. Yeah, I really, really wish that we had found any extra health at all. Yeah, it looks like no hidden treasure chests or anything. We actually didn't even really do that well on money. There's a small chance that we will find the tools that we need in the shop. Like a way of lighting up the darkness and like black hole or something. And if we do, let's make sure that we've drained this out with spells we spend now, so that we still have those things post-refresh. But I do not think that's going to happen. I think we're probably just moving on and looking for weird stuff to fight in future areas. Yeah, wow. A lot of this stuff isn't even very good. We have so many shuffle wands. It's hard to apply modifiers well with a shuffle wand. Honestly, I don't like... Let's take Fireball. I'm sure we'll make use of Fireball eventually. Disc Projectile, I'm pretty leery of. We know how all the egg stuff works. I'm gonna grab both of these, and then we're gonna, we're gonna empty this wand. I'm not sure how I want to arrange this. Obviously, I want to keep all of my explosives. I guess we'll do like that. You bleed flammable oil and are immune to fire. That seems interesting. Let's reroll, though. Let's find something better. I'm going to take Perk Lottery. Okay, it fired here. Pinpointer doesn't seem any good at all, so I guess we'll take Super Kicks. And then we'll just get everything. Well, there you go. We won the lottery. Except, you know, in any way that matters. Come on. There we go. I have to say, I'm a little surprised by that. It has the 3 visible, so I assumed it was going to drop a bomb first, despite the fact that we had not set it up that way. But I guess it just always shows you the capacity of whatever spell in the wand has the lowest capacity. Get him! Get him, minecart! Did it get him, you think? It doesn't look like it. So a big part of the problem with Pinpointer is that it's literally just drawing a line from me to my cursor. Like, if you didn't have a cursor and were indicating with, like, thumbsticks or something, then I guess I could kind of sort of see some value in it. But as it is, I can just put my cursor wherever I want to fire already. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It seems like a real nothing perk. Well, I accidentally set off a brilliant trap there. Also, the fact that, like, it doesn't model your projectile drop-off, and it, like, can't model the random sway of your wand. You know, like, we have, you know, plus or minus 6 degrees. It just... I can't even imagine, in a best-case scenario, how this could possibly be useful. Alright, we're gonna go check that wand out in a moment here. Let's go back and grab this one that we passed earlier. Try to cut through that to get it to burn down faster. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but it's definitely a thing that I would like to happen. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, well, it's bad, but it's better than an empty, very, very low mana, very low regen wand. Very good odds that we are just immediately replacing this. Huh. Lots more gold in weird places. Right, like something must have happened here. There shouldn't be a naturally occurring gold deposit going through the corner of this vat. Wow, this is bad. I think this one is the worst of the two of them. I know this one has a lower max mana, but the recharge time is tighter. Yeah, I don't know. Those are both crummy wands. We're going to use this crystal to dig through stuff for the moment because I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to get rid of this wand later. It's basically just like free bombs. There we go. Having a really hard time, like, floating down through here. There we go. Without giving myself up to the blaze. Runestone of weight. I literally can't move. Okay. The runestone is too heavy. I refused to carry it. It was so heavy it was pinning me in place. Okay, that's just some acceleration. I don't really care about that. Oof. Well, we're at least seeing a lot more, like, wands and stuff to choose from. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this doesn't actually cut through. Okay, there's a cut through here, though. Well, shit. Okay. That did not go 100% the way I thought it was going to. Just normal magic arrow, huh? Yeah, it's like we're getting tons and tons of drops, and they're all of the lowest possible quality. So that's the edge of... Huh. Really? Gotta be difficult like this? There we go. Magic Missile cuts a lot of stuff that Fireball does not, clearly. Oh, he's waiting. He's setting up an ambush. Very clever. Unfortunately, your blood is like glue. God. Look at all this. For all of that to fit inside of that ant, he must be so highly pressurized. They're right, you know. The air does feel extremely humid. Alright, so we're coming in at one of, like, the distant edges here. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So unfortunately, I'm sure that us having basically just a starter wand is going to be a real problem. I'm going to throw away the concentrated mana. I honestly don't even know that it's all that good for another thing of an invisibilium for us to fall back on in case we are having problems. It seems like we can just stand on the, Oh, hey. Hey, I want that. It seems like we can just stand on the blue fungus without it being a big deal. Okay, well that didn't explode quite as much as I thought it was going to. Well, I had hope. Okay, so these blue spore things are real dangerous, though. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. This area is dense with potion. Did we see this already? Yes, I elected not to take it on account of it isn't any good. So I don't necessarily love fighting right across this potion. Wow, that one's just a fire potion. It's not like a potion that turns into fire later. It's just actually fire in a bottle. I mean, I don't think I want that. Oh god. Oh god, the electricity devil. The electric devil is even worse than the normal one. Especially when there's so much liquid and metal around. Wow, he's just gonna bleed an infinite number of diamonds until that corridor is impassable, huh? I guess that's a strat. There we go, we got him eventually. Try to detonate all of those as early as possible. In a lot of cases, they probably would function okay as weapons or traps, but it's just like a question of whether I trust myself to use them that way, and the answer is always no, I do not trust myself to use them that way. Gosh, I wish I had non-starting spells. Huh. So the slime coming out of him seems to, like, grow up off of the diamonds really quickly. Alright, what are you? Probably not actually worth taking. I guess that one's not going to explode anymore? Oh. Yeah. That's acid ball, right? That is terrifying. I mean, it's potentially very powerful. It's real good at digging. But it's always going to be a big danger. Ah, nope. Damn it. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't see what I got hit by. That guy's blinding projectile is a very serious danger, and I failed to take it seriously enough, clearly. Alright, well, I do believe that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I had hope that if we could figure out what it was exactly happened yesterday, that we could try to recreate it, but it seems like we're still missing a piece or two. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just file it away in the encyclopedia of weird shit that happens in Noita. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, probably instead of trying to reproduce it, we're just going to keep trying to dig into these side areas, whichever ones we can get into. And hopefully we're going to have a little bit better luck with the wands. And we'll see you then.